This is going to be a pretty geeky video even for my standard because I'm talking about charger, USB charger, but bear with me, this is really interesting. Now I have been using this Anchor charger, 5 ports and one of them USB-C, powerful enough to power my MacBook Pro. So this is especially useful when I go travel. I can leave the original Apple charger at home. Only this power my MacBook Pro and charge my everything else. But then in this video, I want to talk about this new Ego charger as well. This is new from a Kickstarter campaign from a Hong Kong company. And this is really interesting. This is the charger I have been waiting for. Now, they don't pay me for this video. They have no influence on what I'm going to say in this video. And in this video, I'm not going to just talk about this charger. I'm going to talk about why this multi-port USB charger is the best solution, I think. And then secondly, how do you make sure you are getting the most out of fast charging? When you plug in something, you have to charge something quick. Are you sure you are getting the fastest charger possible? I've been telling people to get this kind of multi-port USB charger. I mean, these days everybody got so many things to charge with USB. What people usually do, they just plug everything into an extension lead like this. Well, some of you will say that let's just get an extension lead with USB charging. Simple, isn't it? Well, I can tell you that most of them have questionable quality. Very easy, just look at how much is it. If I go to Amazon and search for power strip, there's actually loads of them. If I want to compare with and without USB charging, so I've got two comparable. So like this one without USB charging, 6 port, 6 outlet with protection, the surge protection, and this one really comparable because it is also 6 outlet, surge protection, 2 USB port, $15. So without $10, for just $5, it flow in a USB charging. And do you think Amazon would put in a good AC transformer inside and charge you for just $5 more because they're kind? Okay, well, that's just Amazon basic, right? If you look at better brand GE and then find some, there are still a lot of them. These two are both 7 outlet with surge protection, protect indicate light, integrated circuit breaker. So without USB, $18. With USB, $20. $2 difference. I mean, they're probably safe, but are they durable? And when that charger inside the power strip fail, what do? You plug back in a normal USB charger on it. So what's the point? Even worse, there are these kind of power socket with a USB charging built in. So it sounds nice, but actually it's not easily replaced. If it fails, replace that, try replace that. And then you can't turn it off. And it's good for cooling, isn't it? Inside that small space in the wall. Actually, yeah, I know this is not one with USB because I know better. And this place is a rental, it's not mine. Especially the photographers, cameramen and women, after a long day of shoots and then the next one is within 10 hours, you have tens of dozens of things to charge. Are you going to rely on this? Some people have to shoot with 2 cameras as well, so there are 2 cameras to charge the batteries and multi-battery for each camera. But actually, I don't have to do that. After I've got the Panasonic S5, my trusty A7S II from Sony actually just sit in the Pelican case doing nothing for over a year. Actually, it would be great if there's a really easy way to sell this, free up some fun, and pass this to someone who can make use of this as well. That's why there is MPBcom. This video is sponsored by them. So you just go to here and you can get an instant code. So I'm selling Sony A7SO, it's there. Item condition. I would say it is well used. So just a few information, get my instant code. Okay, this is quick. This is just under half a minute. I've got £585 for this pretty well used A7S II. That's easy because you just book your shipping here. You just right from your home. So that's it. It is that easy. A few clicks on the web and they will just connect your gear free of charge. So if you got some gear lying around doing nothing, try MPB.com. You can find the link in my description. See how much is your old gear worth. This kind of multi-port USB charger are really great and flexible. I mean, it got multi-ports, so you can charge multiple things at the same time. This is great for travel because, when you at home, you use this kind of plug, UK plug. I'm using UK plug here, and then if I travel to US, I just get a US plug wire for this. So let's change this. Rather than there's no need to fiddle with travel adapter. This has been great because it powers my MacBook. When I bought this, there's not many these kind of choice. But then when later, just only one USB-C port. When you use this for MacBook, and then I can't use any USB-C charging. So I have to use USB-A for everything else. Why I said this has been the USB charger I've been waiting. Firstly, it got 6 ports, so one more, well, at least one more is one more. It's not 12, but still. This usually gives you 220 volts, but under 70 degrees Celsius, the internal temperature, it can overclock, it can turbo boost to 240 volts. So it's shared between all the ports. All these 3 ports support up to 100 volts. They actually got a list of all the the fast charging protocol they support. They basically support everything. Apple, Samsung, USB-C, power deliver, whatever. Now that comes to the second thing I want to talk about in this video is that when you plug in your stuff to charge, are you sure you are actually getting the fast charge it's claimed? When you're out and about, when your camera or phone is going to die, and your work, your job is on the line, do you just plug in your whatever power bank and then just hope for the best? So that's why I used to actually test my power bank and my cables like with one of these USB tester. For example, this one, actually like this. Do you think this still works? You probably would just throw this away, but after you test it, also when you test it, you should not use almost full phone to test, because when a phone is fully charged, it will use a slow charge. So actually I forgot to drain my iPhone battery, so I will use my iPad. 1.8, this is up to 2.8. This is actually really good. Also now a lot of time you will have to use a cable like this, a USB-A cable to a USB-C cable. I would have to test one that takes USB-C, and then I know that it would take a lot of power, like my MacBook Pro. Yeah, you can actually plug in that to a MacBook Pro from a power bank. 2.3 amp. This is good. This is really a really good cable. Now let me show you what is not a good cable. This one. This is actually new, but then it is from some random shit. So yeah, it looks like this as well. So I'll plug this in. Just 1 amp. Come on. USB-C, and then you only give me 1 amp. This is really not one I would actually use for anything. Even this one is from Rode. I think this is from quite an old cable. So this one, I remember it worked before, but now it doesn't even work. Sometimes this cable would just degrade over time. Maybe it's dirty. So we'll try save this with something like this, a contact cleaner. Don't get the usual WD-40. No, this cable is dead. For USB-C, there's another tester as well. For example, when you're working with your MacBook outside, you need to know that your cable can support a fast charging. Now it is much more complicated with USB-C power deliver because it got different voltage. The voltage not stay in 5 volt anymore. Now this is 15 volts, around 15 volts 1A. So with different voltage, different formats, it's easier to compare with the volts output, 17 volts. Well, this power bank is not that powerful with USB-C power deliver. So we can try this Anker USB-C charger I have been using. This is not bad, 44 volts. This is actually not bad. But to be honest, I don't test them like every other day. If I go on for a trip, I may not actually test every single cable, just test them time from time. Now that's why I said this is what I've been waiting for, is that it got a real-time display. Oh, I am blocking display. Around 5 volts is fine because the phone is actually the battery is actually quite full. But for example, when I plug in my MacBook, I can see that what is the power it is using. 30 volts, something like that, and it actually goes up to 60. This one, what's good about this is that when you're using this, now it go up to 60. Every time you use this, you are actually testing the cable. When you see the number doesn't fit to the normal output it should have, then you know there's something wrong about the cable. Then you may want to clean it or replace it. You can see there is a US plug on here, so you can plug this directly onto the wall. In the box, it includes all this kind of adapter. So this is UK plug, and then there are Euro plug, there are plug for mainland China. So you just slide it in, and now you can plug it into a UK plug socket. But also, you don't have to always just plug into directly to the wall. There's an extension cable, it's also included. So when you do this, you can extend it with extension cable. But one thing I don't like is that this is proprietary. So you have to use this. You can't, if you lost this, if this damaged, you have to get this from them again. And especially this kind of plug as well is really easy to lose. For something like Anker, for this kind of plug, this is standard. This is some standard plug. So you can get whatever, these are really easy to buy, not expensive. But of course, you can't plug this directly onto the wall. Actually, the best design, I think, is Apple. Again, Apple fanboy, but you can plug this directly to the wall, obviously, and you can change it. This is proprietary, but at least you can change this to a US plug. But what is not proprietary is that when you want to use an extension cable, you can just use this kind of standard standard plug cable thing. Same. You can just use this. But with this, you have to get the proprietary cable and plug thing, adapter. So I hope the next charger they release, they would think about learning from this, or copy, or steal. This EXINNO Pro charger, I don't know how to pronounce this, but this one, this Eagle charger, 240 volts, this is really good, the charger I've been waiting for. But this is not cheap, this is around $269 US. So this is not cheap for paying £200 for a freaking USB charger. But you don't have to get this. I just want to say in this video, I just want to say any kind of this kind of multi-port USB charger is just the way to go. Just forget this kind of, yeah.